Welcome to on Paulsboro. Today we taped the show from the lobby here on Broad Street at Hill Studio. It used to be Hill Theater so many years ago. Built in 1936, by the way. Sorry for the delay. We've been sort of behind because of my schedule that we haven't had a show on recently. But Irma, good to be back.
John, it's always like coming back to home here in the theater. Sitting here watching the movies with Mr. Hill going up the aisle and throwing the river rats out who's snuck in the back door.
People wonder why the theater closed.
Yeah, no, it never closed that. And we had Dot Wanowski out there as the ticket taker. And I forget the other gentleman that was here, best popcorn and candy, John. So this is always home to me.
Very special place. We have an interesting show going to focus on the municipality. Also, the 4th of July parade is coming up. Mark Camp's going to join us to tell us about the details. And Paulsboro High School graduated its 100th class just the other day. Pretty big accomplishment. Chief is going to join us, as is the mayor, for some municipal updates. So stay with us. We're coming right back from historic Hill Studio on Broad Street.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back to on Paulsboro. It's always a pleasure to have the mayor on for just a general update. A lot of activity in town. We always accentuate the positive on this show. For those who live near Broad Street and Spruce, as I do, a big road project taking place on resurfacing Spruce Street, heading from Broad Street down towards railroad tracks. Gary, I think we should start there because these projects are expensive, but they really are impactful.
John, you're right, and thank goodness we're getting the DOT grants of $200,000, $300,000. We're supplementing some Spruce Street, main thoroughfare going up that way, north-south. New sidewalks, new streets. Residents are happy that they're seeing progress in this town. We had got a DOT grant to do part of Adams, Hoffman, West Street, a little bit of McCorkle. So we're hitting some of these areas that we have the money to hit that need to be done. And next year, John, we're looking to get the DOT grant to do part of Delaware Street by the water tower and that from there, maybe the railroad track down to the 5 Points. So helping our residents, saving us a lot of money, and it's progress.
Progress is a key word. Now, when Gary mentioned some of this money flowing from the state, you're going to see this show's taping on a Wednesday, and the state legislature and the governor are debating on the Transportation Trust Fund. So when Gary mentioned some of this money flowing, part of that is out of that Transportation Trust Fund, which is close to being exhausted. So when you hear this discussion about gas tax and what it means these kind of projects. Not that I'm making a pitch for a gas tax. This is very difficult stuff, but that's some of this money flows there. Some of it flows through the state to the federal government as well. But Gary, some other initiatives, anything you care to touch on?
Sure. John, right now we finally taken control of a property on Dayton Avenue. The house was dilapidated, half down, only a tree's holding it up. God forbid that tree goes, a kid's walking by, anybody's walking by, that house falls on them. We finally taken control of that house. We own it. We're going out to get some bids, and I expect within a month we're going to have that house tore down, and it's a big double lot. So we're going to either offer that lot to the homeowners on either side, or a developer comes in and builds a house there. We're also finally in the final phases of beginning to rehab the house that's been half built for, gosh knows, 10 years on Swedesboro and Paul Avenue. Finally, we got a couple buyers already lined up that would like to buy that house when it's all done. Progress, homeowners coming in, beginning of phase one of Well, we're going to take that money we make off the houses and the land we sell, and we're going to go after a couple more houses, and that's just a domino effect to a lot of other houses and properties and vacant lots. And where we have to tear down, we'll tear down. So we don't want to, those vacant lots create blight. Those vacant homes create crime and filth. So we're attacking those issues.
And and it's significant progress. And that house you mentioned, for those who don't know where it is, if you drive past Suseboro Avenue, past Second Baptist Church, it's been unfinished. It fell victim during the Great Recession. And it's not easy to get title to these properties. It's not, it takes time, as the mayor just said, to pull this stuff together. What do you think you'll spend on the demolition on that one house?
Probably, I'm thinking it's going to be around $6,000 to $8,000 minimum. And then we have one on Delaware Street. From the front, it doesn't look bad. You go around the back, it looks like a bomb went off into the back, and that's going to be a good $15,000 because of the wires and where location. But once again, it's progress, and hopefully a business will come in there and build up. And we're working with different groups, different developers, business people on bringing business, bringing residents into town, and that's our initiative.
Yeah, and again, the old Acme being rehabbed, that's coming along well.
I was just in there, and I posted on my Facebook mayor's page. People are saying, wow, they're seeing progress. From the outside, people are saying, oh, it's not being done. I posted those pictures. It's all sheetrocked. It's all framed. They're starting to move some shelves in, and that's coming. End of July is their hopeful date of reopening. They're going to announce that there'll be a hiring. It's jobs for our residents.
Very much so. Guy, what is your Facebook address? People may like to look in on that.
Mayor of Paulsboro. That's Facebook. Just go Gary Stevenson. It'll pop up, and I'm constantly posting things on there on the progress we're making. So that's the best way, social media.
Excellent. Now, the chief is going to join us in a little bit. We're going to get an update from him on general police work. We had an incident, sadness, where an individual's life was taken by another individual, not a random shooting, not necessarily a signal of something being unsafe, but when people don't get along with one another, bad things happen.
It's tragic when you hear the reasons of what that happened. It may fist fights and turn into someone getting killed. The old day of fist fight, you were done and over with. Unfortunately, the world's not like this. We had a nice rally at the church this past week, getting church leaders involved, getting community leaders involved. Trust me, not one person's going to solve this, whether it's government, church. We all have to work together, and we have to take back our streets. Simple as that.
Well put. A nice visit with the mayor of Paulsboro, Gary Stevenson. Lots of things going on, and the mayor welcomes your feedback. Look for him on Facebook, but his phone number is available at the municipal building. Don't hesitate to call, because I can tell you, people want to hear from one another, because things only get better when people get involved. Paulsboro High School has a wonderful tradition of inviting senior citizens in for a luncheon. It happens annually. A lot of fun. People enjoy coming back into the building. Teresa Colonera was there. She's sort of our official photographer, along with Mark Camp. Got some wonderful pictures of everyone enjoying the luncheon. Let's look at that as we go to break.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have, or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
And welcome back to Ion Paulsboro. We enjoyed our visit with the mayor. A lot of enthusiasm there. It really comes through, and that's why things are happening. With me now is the Chief of Police, Vern Marina, long history with this department, and he was on the show, I guess, when we kicked off the season, when he and his father, before his father retired, were the only father and son chief of police team in the entire state. That was pretty special. So Chief joins us from time to time with updates. Of course, as we tape this program, we're coming out of a very unfortunate situation involving some essentially domestic disagreement. But Chief, never a good thing when people resort to firearms to resolve a dispute.
No, it was very unfortunate. The incident that took place, it should never ended up like that. As the mayor said earlier, a fist fight should not end up in someone's death. I've always said, no matter what the person's involved in or what they're doing, it doesn't give another person a right to take someone's life. That's unacceptable.
And from your standpoint, the department is active in the investigation. We're taping this on, as I mentioned, on a Wednesday. I suspect you're close to some announcement.
I can assure you that we've taken a swift stance in this, and we will have this resolved quickly.
Unfortunately, the other individual will still be deceased.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just and it's just senseless in that respect. But tempers happen, things happen. This was not random. That's very important for people to understand. It's not as if that neighborhood suddenly became unstable. This was a dispute that ended the wrong way.
Unfortunately, we've had these incidents in the past. I mean, our department's come through on the other end. Sometimes we've had some difficult situations over the years, but our department has stepped up, has resolved these issues, and has created a safe environment for our residents. And again, we will come through, and our residents will feel safe. I've heard, from other residents, I don't feel safe, I don't feel secure. Well, I can assure you that this department is going to do everything that we can, as we've done in the past, to make the residents feel safe. That's the last thing I want, is our residents to feel not secure or safe in their own homes.
Well, and that's why you visiting today and the mayor speaking is very important, so people get facts and details about how these things developed and what occurred here, because from a general crime statistic standpoint, you've had a pretty good run.
Yeah, unfortunately, out there I say our crime is actually down. Our calls for service are down. Our robberies are down. Our burglaries are down. Overall, the crime in general is down. Unfortunately, our major crime is up. That's something. It's an anomaly. It can't be controlled. But there are steps that we're taking. We're now we're coming into the summer. We have our two school security officers are going to come out onto the road. They're going to be assisting our patrol shifts. We're going to be doing some bike patrol, our foot patrol. Our detectives are going to be doing a couple things. So we have some objectives in the works, and we're going to get a handle on this.
Oh, well, when you say get a handle on it, I mean the continued good work is what counts. The unfortunate incident occurred. Sounds like that individual at some point is going to be apprehended. Absolutely. And it's none of it's going to have a happy ending, because the person still will be deceased. But from a standpoint of the department, it's important for people to hear the proactive role the department has. I always love the idea of bikes and foot patrols and just the presence, because it lets you touch neighbors.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't had the manpower. Now we've increased our manpower. We're back to 18 officers. So we're going to have the luxury of having that bike patrol officer, and that's going to be starting the week of the 27th with a few days. We're going to have our bike patrol. You're going to see 2 officers on a bike throughout the week. It's not going to be every day, but they're going to be out there throughout the week. If they're not on the bike, they're going to be on foot. They're going to be in the neighborhoods. They're going to be speaking with the residents, listening to them, listening to their concerns and thoughts, and bringing it back to me so I know how to address them. That's the biggest thing. I've been out. I've been trying to drive around, listening to the neighbors, speak with them. I think that's important. We need to hear from our residents. What I want to get across too, and we've addressed it on Facebook. We've addressed it in other venues. Since January, we switched over to a new 700 meg radio system. In the past, I know our residents have been uncomfortable when they've called in crime because they didn't want their name or address being put over the air. Well, I can assure the residents now, with our new encrypted radio channels, their information will not go over the air. They can call in, they can call our dispatcher, they can give them their name, their phone number, their address. That can be told over the radio without any reservation. Their information will not get out. These radios are encrypted. There are no more scanners, if you will. A resident will not be able to listen to our police, the talk between dispatch and patrol.
Very good. Update from the Chief of Police. Unfortunate situation occurred. Everyone seems to be on top of it. And again, as I mentioned, coming out of the Gary segment, people just got to get involved. And by the way, there was a very peaceful gathering at the house just last night, people wanting to pay respects. And as the Chief reported, everyone participated in a way that was just very, very healing. Again, not easy stuff. We're going to go to break now. As we do this, and it's probably appropriate time, we're going to drop in, again, some pictures and a little bit of footage that Teresa Colinero shot. I'm going to turn and get the numbers here. I'm going to get the names. Paulsboro High School held its annual Brotherhood Award. And this is very unique to Paulsboro High School. As mayor, I enjoyed it. I know that Gary enjoyed it with respect to how people make these selections. This year, the nominees included Hickman, Amir Lee, Sabrina Ruiz, Tajay Thomas. Tajay, I'm very sorry, and I know you will, and I'm sorry. The mayor was there to proceed over it. My partner in the assembly, Adam Talaferro, was able to make it. This year's winner went to Nick Duca, and I forgot to mention Michelle Coles was also one of the nominees. Really a nice group of young people. Parents attended, and it was a full assembly. And the Brotherhood Award means something. So as we go out, we're going to enjoy some of that footage, and hopefully Fred put footage over top of me mispronouncing all those names. So all the nominees, I apologize. I'm very bad with names. Enjoy the pictures.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. Irma mentioned while we were going between these segments that the Brotherhood Award was the 59th annual. And I forgot to mention, too, that Paul X. Schwick, who is now retired or going to retire, was recognized with a Brotherhood Emeritus Award. She was also a track coach, had those magnificent girl track teams that won multiple championships. And I got to go back again to say to Jaquan Hickman, I had to say your name better this time. I apologize to all of you who I mispronounced your names on. I'm no better at the State House either, I might add. With me now is Mark Camp. All of you know him, of course. Mark has multiple roles. In fact, he delivered the speech at the Paulsboro High School graduation. Mark, we should start with that. That was a big honor for you, yes, but you're very dedicated. They picked the right guy to deliver the speech to the 100th graduating class.
Yeah, it was a surprise and a big honor to have been asked. And I was approached as president of the Paulsboro High School Golden Anniversary Club, which represents all the alumni that have graduated at least 50 years ago. And also as a representative of the alumni, it was a very big honor, and I was very proud to have accepted it and done it.
And you had a beautiful night. Fred's got some footage and hopefully showing some of it as we speak. You got to be outside. This year the weather cooperated. Since we expanded the grandstands, part of the reason for graduation, I think it's only the second time that an outdoor graduation has been held because rain has been happening.
Well, this time last year we were without power.
The big storm.
Yeah.
The big storm. Now, one of the other hats you wear and is very involved, the Chamber of Commerce this year is coordinating the 4th of July parade, which also is reaching milestones in the number of years we've done this. So, Mark, what's the update? Because we want a lot of people to come and see the parade.
Okay. As most of you know, the Chamber of Commerce originated the parade in the early 1990s. In 2004, we gave it over to the borough for the centennial, and we're at the point now where we felt it was time for the chamber to take it back. And as lead organizer, we still have a lot of help from the borough in putting it together. The parade will be on Monday, July 4th. It will start at the plaza, come down Broad Street, turn left on Delaware, and end at the high school where the reviewing stand will be. We have booked the crowd favorites. South Pacific Island Dancers will be with us. Elvis is back. The Broomall String Band, who's been a perennial favorite, will be with us. We've booked the Salsa Band. We have Glacier, local band with John Gentile and Mark Pandolfo and one of the Accordinos in it. They've already committed. There's another local band I'm trying to get, and we're still working on trying to find some more entertainment.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in the parade, especially if you've got young children that want to decorate a bike. Is that on this year as well?
Oh, definitely, yes. Bikes are a big part. The bike registration has been light the last couple of years. We like to see more bicycle participation. And again, we're going to run the category for the motorized wheelchairs for the seniors. So if you have a motorized wheelchair and want to be in the parade, we have a category for it, and we'll have trophies, and we'd like to see some more motorized wheelchairs.
A lot of fun. If you own an antique car, if you've got something of interest, please jump in the parade. It's always helpful if you pre-register, but you're certainly welcome to show up that day because there's always plenty of room. If they want to re-register, Mark, how do they get information? They
can call the chamber phone number, 423-7600, leave a message, and I'll get a package out to them. Our grand marshals this year will be Walt and Cindy Quinn, who've done a lot for the borough, and I have a surprise car lined up for them to be riding in.
Excellent. And parade starts at?
Parade starts at 10 o'clock. Registration starts at 9. Bike judging will be at 9:30 at the plaza. We will have judges at the high school for all the major floats and bands and stuff. As always, we have the Friends of the Fourth campaign going on. We can use all the help we could get financially. At this point, we're around $2,500, which is about $1,000 short of where we normally are. So we could use some more financial support.
Well, hopefully your visit here is persuasive.
I hope so. And also, I'd like to see more floats in the parade. The last couple of years, the number of floats participating has been down, and it just helps. It makes it for a nice old-time parade with more floats.
It does. And everyone's welcome to participate. When Mark mentions floats, they don't have to be overly sophisticated. The churches usually jump in, and, everything runs in cycles. People get busy, they don't get busy. But, Monday's a good day for a 4th of July parade. Hopefully a lot of people are still in town, and look forward to you coming out, either participating in the parade or watching it. The viewing stands are set up with grandstand seating at the high school, very, very comfortable. Restrooms are nearby, and we invite everybody to come out and participate. If you're going to bring the kids for the bicycles, they do need a helmet.
Yes. And also for floats, just a pickup truck with some signage and something representing your organization or your church or whatever, that's considered a float.
And it's a lot of fun, by the way. A lot of fun. Stay with us. We're coming right back. Think about the 4th of July parade. Participating, there's plenty of room. We'll be right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. It's time for Community Notes with Irma Stevenson, which is really the only reason we do the show, because all of you want to know all of these things. But first of all, Irma, what will you do with this 4th of July parade? You generally either lead the parade or close to the front.
Well, it all depends where one of the bands are. I usually walk with one of the bands. A lot of times it's a Glacier. I don't do salsa. I'm too old for salsa, but the oldies and all. And I have a costume that's going to be very appropriate for 100 years celebrating Paulsboro High School, John.
By the way, that's the theme. I forgot to mention that was Mark, 100 years celebrating Paulsboro High School. So if you're going to jump in the parade with something, red and white's probably a good color, and we know where the blue is. Irma, what do you got?
John, there's no other color but red and white. Happy birthday to the Carson twins, Gladys Burke and Emma Young. Happy birthday, Margie Emmerich, Randy Ford, Lowell Trexer, Jane Lesh, Richie Costabader, one of my favorite people who now lives in Paulsboro from West Effort. 1-year-old Jason Eli, Doc Gorelli, Mary Chip Cipollini, June Clark, Ed Swift, Kathy Van Scoy, Aunt Doris Wilkins, who is 94, graduate of the class of 39, Sean Lee, Evelyn Lenningham. I have to read my writing. Newt Weiss, John, what a great guy he is. Tiffany O'Leary, Judy Trexer, Ruth Sindoni, and Joe Giordano Sr. Happy anniversaries to Debbie and John Justice, two of my favorite people who live out on South Commerce Street, Billy and Christine Franklin, and Eileen and Mark Stefanofowitz. And she was Eileen Soloff, and she saw on Facebook they live I think they live in Boston, around that area, and she wanted to be announced. July the 9th, the Paulsboro Midget Football Organization brings Hollywood to Paulsboro. Mother and son, father and daughter dance. Get ready to walk the red carpet. Go to the Paulsboro Midget Football website for further info. And our Paulsboro Recreation Committee is now presenting a summer walking club. Come and join them. Get a move on a healthier you. Young and old, all are welcome, but anyone walking below 14 age must be accompanied by an adult. Register and walkers will receive to win a cash prize. $10 is the fee, cash only, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m., weather permitting, at the Paulsboro High School track. Email or call Barbara Thompson at 856-340-0801 or 856 Jennifer Turner 693-0653.
Are they serving cocktails?
John, we can't do that on school grounds. Paulsboro senior citizens have their annual or monthly trip to the Resorts Atlantic City bus tour, 12:30 p.m. on July, it can't be July 4th. It has to be July 5th. We have the big parade at the club on Broad Street, $25 with a return of $25 in slot play, 423-0832. And, John, on your mark, get SETI and read. The Paulsboro Library, which is just the addition, is absolutely beautiful. 2016 Library Summer Program, June the 29th to July 27th, every Wednesday, 1p to 3p. For more information, contact them.
Are they serving cocktails?
John, we're talking kids, 5 to 8 years old. Join us for a summer Olympics. Maybe after the parents are there for a while, they might go out for a cocktail, John. And also, don't forget our Paulsboro High School alumni band members. Catch the spirit, spread the word. They're going to be at the Paulsboro Friday Pep Rally, Saturday Homecoming Parade in October.
October? You're announcing for October?
John, it's very important. We have to get these things going. It's homecoming weekend. We have our Sports Hall of Fame. And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Will they have cocktails?
I'm sure they will, John. They're all over 21. Call Kathy Vatsi-Schwarn at 856-299-2231. I think they already have 20-some former graduates, John, that are going to play in the band. It's going to be a big day. It's a great day.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's just a great day. So, and we're getting neat stuff for our Centennial Committee, John. Oh, my God. We have yearbooks from 1920, but they were the paper 1925, 1923, all kinds of neat stuff. And I donated my Paulsboro High School sweater. It's going to be enshrined forever, John.
And rightfully so. That's going to do it. For Fred Buchter behind the camera, Amy Cook, who couldn't be here, our producer Bill Crane, who couldn't make it today. Irma?
John, come out for the 4th of July parade. It's going to be fun.
And?
See you on Broad Street.
We'll see you at the 4th of July. Till next time.